guys. Okay, so today is my echocardiogram. So I've got on my wrist braces already, my neck brace. I did take out the ice pack and put that back in the freezer because that's what I sleep with at night. I have to put on my knee immobilizer for this leg since I don't have my knee brace yet. Yesterday I got my hands taken care of, so I'm going to be having braces for those sometime this week. It's going to be made out of a new material. J&J Medical is basically using experimental braces on me. It's going to be a some type of weird polymer that they're going to form to my hand for my thumb, because this part of my thumb right here actually goes back like this, and then I kind of end up with this weird thing going on with my thumb, which apparently is not supposed to happen with normal people. Didn't know. As you could see from like my other videos, I did cut my hair. I still do have my side of my head shaved, so I've made my part down the middle so that I can have some hair on this side. I did put on my nice little red bandana, so I look kind of cute for today. I'm not allowed to have my rib brace on because with the echocardiogram, the paperwork says no lotion, no perfume, and nothing that can interfere with their gel that they're going to do to check out my heart. So I get to see whether my heart valve has an expiration date and what can be done about that. So that is going to be my day today with EDS. And then tomorrow I go over and I have regular therapy. I have a med check for my psych drugs. And then I'm also meeting up with a case manager to work on getting rides to my doctor's appointments and from my doctor's appointments. And then they're also working on going to be having a home team come out. And then after that, J&J Medical is going to be coming out again to my home with my braces, with a new knee brace, finger braces, and my thumb brace is going to go around my thumbs, come across the palm of my hand, and then wrap around the back. And that is going to be for my thumbs. And then my fingers get these things called 8 braces. Basically, when you look at it from like the top down, it's going to have, it looks like the number 8. The big loop is going to go on the outside of a knuckle, and then the smaller one that hooks from the one side of the loop to the other is going to go underneath my finger like that. Kind of like how my engagement ring from Jessie is. It's going to go around like that, and then that is supposed to keep my fingers from dislocating and locking. I'm not exactly sure how many finger joint braces they're going to give me because they're working out logistics with my insurance company, and thankfully my insurance company cannot drop me right now because of everything going on. And then I also have to drop off a back x-ray to my rheumatologist today before my echocardiogram, letting them see my spine, that my spine does not have any curvatures in it as of yet, even though I've dislocated my neck in 2 spots. And the rest of my spine, aside from my neck, I've actually dislocated in 4 spots. And then we're going to be seeing what we can do, because I basically have pain in between my, both my shoulder blades. It's right on the spine in between there. And Luckily, I have not dislocated a shoulder today from getting everything together and getting dressed because I'm so nervous. Jesse actually had to tell me that my shirt was on inside out. So it's going to be fun. So I just figured I would give you guys a quick EDS update. I know I haven't been doing a lot of Avon videos because of me dealing with my health issues. I was diagnosed with EDS on the 22nd of September, and today is October 19th. My echocardiogram took so long to get done for today because of my insurance not approving it right away because they didn't understand what was going on. So now my insurance company has a special team that's working with me, and then whenever we're able to move to a first floor apartment, they will come in with my doctor, giving them recommendations on what I need to have for me to walk with my crutches to get in and out of my apartment safely. I'm going to be getting a rail for my bathroom for me to get in and out of either a bathtub or a shower. I'm hoping for a bathtub, I really am, because I hate having to stand without my crutches because it just hurts so much. And even though my crutches do have drain holes in them, I really don't want to take them into the shower with me. So right now I actually have to put a folding chair in the shower and sit on that with my bad leg kind of sticking out a little bit. And then I have my nifty scrub brush that's on a handle to get my back and everything. So that's what we're doing so far. Right now in this apartment, I'm actually on a second floor. There is 30 steps to get from the street to my apartment. Usually about halfway up, about step number 15 or 16 is when I have to stop because I get worn out. That and I tend to end up leaning back and almost falling. So Jesse normally has to stand behind me when I'm getting up the steps, or sometimes he'll just run up, unlock the door, make sure the dog's in his crate so he doesn't trip me, and then he'll come down and get me. So far, I think the hardest thing right now in dealing with the EDS is the fear of trying to find out whether I have EDS 4, which is the vascular type, that I'm going for the echocardiogram today to see if I'm going to need a heart valve replacement. And then if I do have EDS 4, they're going to change up who I see for my intestines issue, because apparently it is not normal when you have an allergic reaction for your intestines to swell, which is quite lovely to find out that that's not normal, especially when I got misdiagnosed so many times. Earlier this year, I got diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease. Then they found out that not to be true while I was in the hospital, like the following week in April for that. The weekend after I got diagnosed, I ended up coming back to the hospital, and that was because I couldn't go to the bathroom at all. And they actually saw it on a CAT scan. They saw that everything inside was stretched to the max. And I had a nurse that just was not the nicest person in the world, trying to threaten me with something that I needed to have done. And they finally did that, and then it took me roughly 4 days to get back to the normal swing of things. And next Thursday, which is a week from tomorrow, I have an appointment with pain management, who my rheumatologist actually used to be in their office on the first floor of the building. And that's directly across the street from the hospital where I'm going to get my echocardiogram done today. That's really cool that they're right there. I get the bus to drop me off at Wawa, and then I just walk behind Wawa and cut across a short little road instead of having to cross a big street, and then I get to my doctor's office. So my rheumatologist has been super nice, super easygoing. I basically call her up and I'm like, look, I'm having pain here. What type of brace can you get me? And then it goes to the prescription department, and then they ask me to just go up the street to patient first, and I go up there, I get an x-ray, I get it put on a CD, and then they give me this, which is my CD, and then I get my little report that look like little receipt stickers, and then I just hand this to my doctor, and then that gets put in my chart, and then they take it from there. So every time I dislocate something and put it back in, I go up the street, which on the crutches right now takes me about an hour. Then I sit up there because they're super fast up there, patient first. I absolutely love them. They then take me back after I talk to my favorite receptionist, whose sister has EDS as well. We talk about what EDS is doing to us, you know, her as a relative and me as a patient. And then I get x-rayed, and then I get taken back to a room. When I went for my neck the other time, they actually gave me like a regular collar, and it wasn't small enough to go here to here because of how tiny my neck is. It was actually pushing on my collarbone. You can kind of see here. The bruising finally like went away after I've had this for almost a month, 3 weeks to a month. I've had this neck brace. This one I like because it rests right here on my sternum, and then it has a little strap in the back, and I have a little pocket for an ice pack, so I'm set with that. So today, when going for my echocardiogram, I'm going to be bringing my backpack. It rests on my hips when I actually wear it, so that it doesn't actually touch my back at all, thankfully, so that I'm not in pain. And then I'm going to be going in and seeing exactly what they're going to be doing. So I have to be hospital ready because hospital time is hospital time. So I'm clocking a lot of hours in today with the hospital and the rheumatologist, and then tomorrow with case management and med check and therapy. So the next 2 days are going to be busy as all get out. Hopefully everything will be good on the echocardiogram today. So, all right, I will give you guys an update if anything is wrong with the echocardiogram. I'll give you an update on what is next to happen. I do have to get my stomach checked out at some point in time because I've been having the pain from the pain medicine I'm on currently, which is basically glorified Advil. It's 1,000 milligrams or something. How many milligrams is my Advil? It's my prescription bottle.
500.
Oh, 500, yeah. And I take 2 of those a day, 12 hours apart, because I have to wait till I see pain management to get my morphine. And then we're going to see what we can do with a better way to get my morphine than having to be addicted to morphine for the rest of my life. So I gotta finish getting ready and everything, but I figured I would give you guys this update so that everybody knows what's going on. Yesterday was actually my son Patrick's birthday. He turned 16. He does not know what I am going through because of him living with somebody else. So I am not telling him what's going on because I do not want a 16-year-old to have to worry about his mama like this. So my daughters don't even know exactly what's going on. All they know is that mom has EDS, which they have no idea that it means Ehlers-danlos syndrome or anything. Yeah, my daughters have cyber stalked me. They found that I have an Avon website. They found pictures of me on the internet. It was actually my Avon sold here sign. They actually saw pictures of. And then they also know I have a YouTube channel, but thankfully the school has disabled the ability for them to go on YouTube on their iPads that they have for school, because the middle school is like, nope, you're not doing this. So that's the lucky thing. Oh, gosh. I think the thing I hate most today is because it's going to be really hot today, and right now it's just going to be one of those sticky, icky days, and I'm not allowed to wear anything from like my neck down, lotion, perfume, deodorant, none of that. I'm not even allowed to put lotion on because normally, because of how delicate my skin is, I have to put lotion on every day. I usually start with the vitamin lotion, then I do a skin repair lotion around noon, then I do a vitamin lotion around 3, and then I do a skin repair before I go to bed. But today is going to be no lotion at all, which I think my skin is going to be rebellious because the K-tape that I was using for my elbow on my right side, that one like hurt like crazy. It hurt worse than wax strips, and I had glue. Like, I was able to get the glue off with Skin So Soft, but then I still had like the lines on my skin from it because of the fact that it literally made my skin bunch at those lines where the glue had touched. So when I finally peeled it off, it kept that pattern in my skin, which is why I have to lotion all the time. I did put eyeshadow on today, an eyeliner, because I hate having my skin be so translucent. It literally is like a light purple, my eyelids are, and you can see the veins that are in my eyelids. And I kind of like, some days it's fine to look like I have purple eyeshadow on. Other days it's like, nope, I'm covering up with something that's a little bit lighter. I did put on my regular makeup today for my face because I am going through a bad flare-up, and when I go through a flare-up where my knee goes, then it goes up my back, in my neck here, and then it goes down my arms, and then by like 3 months time it goes to my other knee. My other ankle is actually wrapped up, my left ankle is, because of my right leg having to be in the knee mobilizer while I'm waiting for my prescription knee brace from J&J Medical. They are super awesome people. The other medical supply companies in Pottstown have actually decided to blackball me because of me having EDS. So they will no longer supply me with any braces because of the fact that me having EDS means that I have to have specialized braces. So it gets to be a little difficult for them, and because I'm one of the few patients in the area, EDS in Pottstown is basically one person. It's like there's, yeah, well, I don't want to say I'm the only one in Pottstown. It's roughly 1 in 1,500 people have EDS. So I do have to get down to Philadelphia because I have to see a geneticist who's going to do a cheek swab, and then my genetic makeup gets put into a computer, which is going to be fun. And it's going to be classified depending on which spikes are hit with my EDS to work out if I have the rarer types of EDS or if it's classic EDS. Ehlers-danlos syndrome has 6 different types, is what I'm told now. They originally changed it from 7 to 6. The first 3, there's the classic, there's the hypermobility one I know about, and I'm being tested today for the vascular type, which is my internal organs. They are going to be checking out my aortic valve and see if it's stretchy. If my aortic valve is stretchy and my muscles can stretch too much, they are then going to see about putting in a replacement. At one point in time, I was looking into knee surgery, and they were going to use my own tendons to wrap around my kneecap to stabilize it, and I wasn't able to follow through with that because at the time I was in my 20s. I'm now 32, and that's when I got diagnosed with EDS. So I'm glad I didn't go through with the surgery because I was told that if I did, it probably only would have lasted 5 years. And roughly, if I'm going to go under the knife for something, I want it to last a little bit longer than 5 years. Let me tell you. So, yeah, I'm going to be getting all braced up and traveling. So I'm going to be bringing extra batteries for my phone and all this other stuff. And have my backpack filled with my medicine and everything else. So I'm going to take my pain medicine in a little bit before I go so that I can have the full effect before I get messed around with when they go to scan my heart and everything. So, alright, Jesse's reminding me of the time, so I got to get going, and wish me luck today on my echocardiogram. Bye.